You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast. And this is show number 296 for Sunday the 19th of January 2020.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young and together with my very good friend Jayne Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hi Jayne.
Hello there, Michelle, and how are we today?
I'm good. It's January, nearly, over halfway through January, so it's virtually into February.
Talk about wishing your life away, love.
Well, I'm counting down to the next big trip.
This is true, yes. You have a looming... you've got lots of looming dates, to be fair, Michelle.
Yeah, I kind of went click crazy last year and booked in a couple of Disneyland Paris trips. And then there's the biggie in August. But I had a panic attack the other night and I was thinking, oh, right, this Disneyland Paris trip with Tom where we're meeting up with Kat and Lewis, I couldn't find any details about it whatsoever. I couldn't find the airline. I couldn't find the hotel. I couldn't find anything else. Oh, no, if I haven't booked it, the prices are going to go through the roof. And I was like, oh no. And I trawled back through all my emails all the way to September. I couldn't find them.
So have you booked it or not?
Yes, I've booked it. What I ended up doing is, luckily, I'd forwarded the email bookings to Tom. Heavens knows where they've gone with mine. So the first one is at the end of May, and we are travelling via Eurostar.
Uh-huh.
And we are staying just one train stop away from Disneyland Paris.
Right, okay.
So very excited for that one. And I think we've got the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday and the Friday in Disneyland Paris. So I'm really excited. It's going to be busy because it's going to be half term.
Yes.
I don't care. I'm going to be in my happy place. I'm going to be meeting up with the lovely Kat and Lewis. And Tom's never seen Paris, so to see Paris in his eyes will be really exciting.
First. Yeah, definitely.
And I've had friends this last week who've made their first trip over to Disneyland Paris, and they were like asking me all sorts of questions. So it made me feel like, oh, I know what I'm talking about.
I think you might do, love, yeah.
Well, but I did have, oh my word, one of the girls at work sent me a message on Monday night. Michelle, we've just had a price from TUI for 6 adults, 2 children and 1 infant to go to Disneyland Paris at May half term. I'm a little bit surprised by the cost. Could you just tell me if it's right? Never guess how much they got quoted.
Oh, I'm guessing this is going to be some ridiculous amount of thousands, is it?
£10,000.
No.
So for you guys who are not in pounds sterling, you're looking at about $12,600.
You can go to the States for that.
Well, for 6 people, it is, it's a lot of money. So I got on their internet. And I did a little bit of DIY research, so I worked out the cost of a flight, the hotel, the theme park, the shuttle on the bus, and I got a price for $5,500, so literally half.
Oh, wow.
So it just goes to show, guys, if you are booking a trip, do your research, because saving, nearly £5,000, $6,000, it's a lot of money, and it literally took me 10 minutes to go on Expedia. I imagine if I looked a little bit more, I'd save even more money.
It just goes to show, doesn't it, what companies out there, the markup they're putting on. So just buyer beware.
Yeah, and we do have connections with travel agency. We don't have any money back or a deal with them or anything like that, but we do know of some that we've used in the past. And if you want, to give them a call and get a no obligation quote, please do ask us to do that for you, because we recommend their service just purely because they gave us good service.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my shocking week. What about yourself? Have you been busy doing any trooping, or has Simon been busy rebuilding something Star Warsy?
Well, we've got no troops, or we've had no troops of late. But yes, my kitchen at times over the last week or so has kind of looked more like a construction zone than a kitchen, because Simon is about, I don't know, must be getting about halfway through building his full size R2D2. Yeah. He's now experimenting with Arduinos and electronic components, so it'll go beep bop, and will move. And at the same time, he's making another little, for those Star Wars geeks out there, little mouse droid, which will be like his first little foray into like some sort of remote control type affair, which we're hoping that then I'll be able to use when we go out and do some trooping. So it's yeah, he's been busy. I've just been keeping out of the way, basically, because it's a bit complicated for me.
I know in a few weeks' time that we are due to meet up and have a night out. I have a sneaky feeling on the Saturday Tom and Simon are going to stay and play with electronics, and me and you are going to end up shopping.
What's wrong with that?
That's perfect to me, love. I'm not complaining at all. You know, that sounds absolutely proper pucker.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, it's kind of all a bit Star Wars at the moment in my house.
Oh, bless you. Perfect. Perfect for you, my lovely. Well, we're going to crack on. We've got a couple of bits of news we want to discuss, and then we're going to do the review of Steakhouse 55 and the afternoon tea I eventually got to enjoy. But the first one is, I gather you some information that we've been trying to find out about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party for 2020.
Yeah, I can't believe we're actually just into the new year effectively, and we're already talking Halloween. But then again, when you consider that the speculation at the moment is that Mickey's Not So Scary will debut at the Magic Kingdom on August the 13th.
That's just ridiculous.
I mean, it is kind of, you know, putting two and two together here. Basically, there's been operating hours that have been released for August. So those in the know have looked at these operating hours and gone, and taken that as being an implication that August the 13th will be the debut day for Mickey's Not So Scary. To be fair, last year, 2019, it was August the 16th, and the year before that, it was August the 17th. So it is in the ballpark for that opening date. So, I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I appreciate this is a very sought after event. They get, you know, a lot of people wanting to do this. So therefore, by opening up the window, it means more people can take advantage of it. And like for those of us that are travelling from the UK, you know, I'm thinking of me and you, Shell, anybody with children that can't get the time out during the normal fall autumn season. To go in August and be able to do this might have its perks, but it just feels a little bit early for me. I don't know.
You see, I remember trips of years gone by where the Halloween party has started on literally the last day of August or the first day of September, and I've missed it. But it's creeping so far into August now. When are we going to see the first Halloween party in July? Looking at how it's creeping forward by 3 days, I can see that happening in 2024, that Halloween will start in July.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing because, I mean, I know we're kind of joking a little bit with this, but there is that element of if I'm going for my summer vacation, I don't know if I want to be seeing, as beautiful as all the decorations are for the Halloween, I don't know if I want to be seeing pumpkins in the middle of August. Thank you very much.
And also, you've got to think about the weather. July and August, you're looking at really rainy, really humid weather. Your chocolate will end up as one big melted goo. And a lot of the times in an evening, you might have thunderstorms. That means you're not going to get the full parade.
Yeah, very true. And also that element of, you know, if the decorating in the park for Halloween season while you're there, then there's every chance, you're going to get a crane in your photos or whatever as well, isn't there? That, I don't know. I
What,
appreciate why they're doing it. Whether I agree with it or not, I'm not so sure.
what do you guys think? Let us know. Are you happy about it coming earlier and earlier every year? Should Halloween only happen at the end of September into October? What do you think? Anyway, let's move on. And we said we had a news item. This is going over to Anaheim, to Disneyland, and to the King Arthur Carousel.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a really, really cool moment this last trip. And I got to the park fairly early. And I thought, I'm going to go and ride on the carousel. And just by pure luck, as I was wandering around trying to find the right horse to park my derriere on, I saw Jingles was free. And I was like, oh my word, it's Jingles. And this is the very special horse that was redecorated over, supposedly Mrs. Disney's favourite, made over for a celebration of Mary Poppins. And normally there's like a 6-year-old girl who's really keen. There was nobody. Nobody else wanted to get on it until I tried to get on the horse. It was about 8 foot off the ground. So I'm sure there must be somewhere on social media a picture of me trying to climb my way up onto this horse. But anyway, that's not the story I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
The Sword and the Stone attraction is outside it.
Yes.
And it's where, there used to be our friend of Merlin, Jim Carcass, little show used to happen where someone would come up and try and pull the sword out, and occasionally the sword would be able to be released.
Yeah.
Well, somebody obviously wanted to have a little bit of a go too much and removed said sword and took the souvenir with them.
No way.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay.
And bits of the sword were left inside the anvil that it rests on. So it had to be completely pulled to bits and, refurbished. The sword is back in situ now. Obviously not the original. But just goes to show, allegedly, we can't have nice things anymore.
So why would you do something like that? That's just beyond, isn't it?
Yeah. Sad face. Sad face. But let's move away from that and go on to happier news.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the tale of my Steakhouse 55 endeavour.
Oh, okay.
So, from past trips, I've tried to do this, and we've argued, the price isn't right, it's too expensive, or I've got it booked for Christmas Day, will I get back in the theme park again?
Yeah.
Well, we had it booked on this trip for 2 different days. We booked it for the 30th, the Monday, and we booked it for New Year's Eve on the 31st. And we thought, well, we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Now, on the Saturday, I was looking ahead, and the 2 ladies that were coming with me, the lovely Nan and the lovely Lena, said, look, we'll do Monday. So I kept going on the app to cancel Tuesday, and it wouldn't let me. And I was like, this is a bit weird. I don't want to not cancel it because I don't want to get charged, because if you don't cancel, Disney supposedly charges $10 per person. But I thought, well, when I go on the Monday, I'll cancel it for the Tuesday, because Disneyland, it's 24 hours cancellation.
That's fine, yeah.
So we had it all sorted. We had a game plan. We all decided we were going to wear these really super cute fleece zip-up jackets that Nan had brought us back from Tokyo. So Lena was going to be Stella Lou, I was going to be Shelley May, and Nan was going to be Duffy. So we all had these, and we'd spent the morning all nicely dressed up in the theme park, and we thought, right, we've got our reservation for 10 to 1. Let's get over to the Disneyland Hotel, have some time and have some pictures around there, take some pictures in the foyer area and, enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
So we gets there, did all of that, and at exactly 10 to 1, we goes and checks in. And I thought initially it looked a bit weird because there were 3 people there. There was 2 cast members, and the the cast members at the Disneyland Hotel for Steakhouse 55 have a sort of waistcoat, white shirt, looking very smart. And then next to them, there was a gentleman in a two-piece suit, a dark grey suit. And I thought, he's management. And I said, I've come to check in. There's 3 of us for the afternoon tea. Oh, yes, I don't suppose you're Mrs. Young. And I said, yes. And at that point, you do start to think, he knows my name.
How?
Why does he know my name? And he said, I'm really sorry, we've tried to contact you this morning. With you being an international guest, we weren't able to ring you. We did try emailing you. Did you get an email from us? And I said, oh, I've not checked. I've been in the park and the Wi-Fi's not great. So he says, well, we're really sorry, there's been a bit of a technical snafu and we're not able to offer the afternoon tea today.
Why not?
But I've walked all the way from Disneyland and we're wearing our nice little hoodies with the ears and we're all ready for tea. He says, yeah, we're really, really sorry, but everybody who's been booked, if we're able to get in touch with them, we're able to offer them character breakfast at Goofy's Kitchen this morning. Obviously now it's 10 to 1, we're not able to do that for you guys. Oh, but well, we've what can we do? And he said, well, we can offer you a reservation for tomorrow. Tomorrow's tea should be taking place. Notice should. I'll come back to that. And in the meantime, we'd like to offer you, as a way of saying sorry, we'd like to offer you lunch on us. Unfortunately, the only place in the Disneyland Hotel that is available for lunch is Tongaroa Terrace. So we could take you over there now and you can have lunch on us.
Oh, that's quite nice.
But that's very generous of you. But can I just go back to that bit where you said it should be available? Because we do have a reservation for tomorrow. So she tippy-tappied on the computer and she said, oh, yes, I found it there. Yeah, we're happy to honour that reservation, 12:30. How many people is there going to be? Oh, I said there's going to be 3 of us. Okay, what I suggest is I'll give you my business card. Just ring us in the morning just to double check that it is going to go ahead. Okay.
What were the technical problems with having an afternoon tea?
Well, I gather the computer had a snafu and it allowed reservations for the Monday and the Tuesday because the afternoon tea doesn't normally run on a Monday and a Tuesday.
Oh.
But for some reason, it offered it. Maybe someone had typed it in and allowed it because it was Christmas or something. But they had people turning up on the Monday for the afternoon tea and they had no idea about it until they started turning up.
Right.
So anyway, the manager, the man in the suit, I believe he was called Justin, walked us over to Tongaroa Terrace and basically there they said, well, there's actually space in Trader Sam's if you'd like to go in there. Have your meal there. They'll bring it to your table for you. We'll pay for your lunch and a beverage. We can't obviously offer alcoholic beverage for you as part of our compensation, but we're more than happy for you to have a meal. So Nan had never been inside Trader Sam's, so she said, oh, okay. So we decided to do that and go inside and order lunch. Bit of a bonus. And if you've never been inside Trader Sam's, it's really fun because if you order a certain drink, interactive things happen and the cast members are amazing and get so on board with it. So we had a lot of fun. We had a really lovely lunch. And then the lady came over and says, nothing to worry about with the cheque. It's on Disney.
Oh.
The cheque would have been around $90 for the 3 of us.
That's all right then.
Disney didn't have to do that. They could have just said, come back tomorrow for your afternoon tea.
Yeah, just reschedule you, yeah.
They could have just turned round and said, here's a $10 gift card. We're really sorry for your inconvenience. And I think a lot of people would have even been happy at that.
Yeah.
Or even, we'll let you go get a cup of tea and a cake somewhere. They did not have to offer us a $90 meal.
No.
So
good on them.
we were really happy. We felt that we'd been compensated with that, and we had a delicious lunch and a bit of an experience and content for the podcast. So the next day we rang up. It was going ahead, so we decided to go, and we checked in. Everything was fine.
Good.
And Steakhouse 55 is the most beautiful restaurant. Beautiful. You've got white linen, you've got little tables, or you've got like sort of horseshoe shaped banquet, is it called? Banquet? Whatever. You know what I mean? Booths.
Yeah.
Kind
Booths,
of thing.
yeah.
And the waiter came over, introduced himself, said hello. It was really, really lovely to us. And he said, you've basically got two things to start with. You can either start and have the classic afternoon tea, or you can have the premium afternoon tea. He said, I'm going to get you all some water, and I'm going to let you have a discussion, and then when I come back, can you let me know? Well, we didn't know about this, because as I said, I didn't really want to look at the menu until I got there. So the difference in the price. The classic tea was $55.
Okay.
The premium tea was $70.
Right.
So you're looking at a difference of $15. So for that $15, what do you get different? Well, your classic tea, you have traditional scones, and that comes with a citrus cranberry curd, a Devonshire cream, and a strawberry marmalade.
Right.
And that is identical whichever menu you get.
Right, okay.
And when it says traditional scones, there are 2 scones per person.
Okay.
One of them was in the shape of Mickey Mouse, and one of them was just in a traditional round shape.
Right.
That's identical. Sandwiches. Whichever menu you went with, you got the same. So you had a cucumber and cranberry, a yuzu avocado mousse with lingonberry and chicory, and then a smoked salmon crumble with a celery root butter, duck confit and braised red cabbage with banana mole gel.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm being picky here. There weren't sandwiches.
No?
Sandwich to me has a top and a bottom piece of bread.
Correct.
That's a sandwich.
Yeah.
These were not like that. They had a base piece of bread and then the topping. There was no lid.
That's what I'd call an open sandwich back in the day.
I think it would have sounded a little bit better. Selection of open sandwiches. To be honest, I found the bread a little bit crisp, a little bit dry. Maybe to make the filling a little bit tastier. Maybe it had just been unfortunate it had been left out a little bit too long. I don't know. But the sandwiches were definitely the low point for me.
Right.
The desserts on both menus were identical. So you got minted cookies and cream mousse. You got a chocolate hazelnut roulade, a white chocolate mocha cream puff, an orange cranberry cheesecake, and chocolate covered strawberry.
Okay.
All of that was really good. Particularly that cheesecake. It was a really good cheesecake. And the strawberry, oh my word, I've never seen a strawberry so big in my life. On the selection, they normally bring a stand for 2 people. So Lena and Nan shared that one. One of the chocolates was white, one of the chocolates was dark. So I liked that because one of you could have had one of each or cut it in half and had half of each different.
Yeah.
So that was good. So basically that was your bog standard premium your bog standard classic tea.
Okay.
On top of that, you got to choose a selection of tea. And I'm not kidding, the tea menu was incredibly diverse. And he went through the tea menu and discussed the different types. So you had a selection of 5 different caffeine-free teas. You had 3 white teas. You had 4 green teas. And then you had 6 black teas.
Did they do good old proper Yorkshire tea, Shell?
They didn't do good old Yorkshire tea, no.
Oh,
I decided to go with the nutty chocolate, which was a hazelnut and chocolate flavoured black tea, and it was absolutely lovely.
Okay.
So what made the premium tea a premium tea? You were served to start with a sparkling wine, and this was from the Napa Valley.
Right, okay, yeah.
It was amazing. It was beautiful. Not too sweet, not too dry. It was perfect to go with the menu. Absolutely. I ended up with 2 because Nan didn't drink. So I was very happy with that arrangement. Then you got served a salad, and it was a baby kale salad with quinoa, pomegranate seeds, Stilton cheese crumbles, candied pecans, and it was dressed in this really nice white balsamic vinaigrette. It was just beautiful. And it was on like a tea plate, and it covered about half of the tea plate. It was just enough for me. It was really good. And then the final bit that made it different is you were given a little box, and inside there was 2 handmade truffles in a box that said Steakhouse 55. For the $55 difference, you got the salad, the 2 truffles, and the champagne. I'm calling it champagne, even though they call it sparkling wine. It was a good quality sparkling wine.
Good quality sparkling, yeah.
Which I would have happily paid $15 for the drink alone.
Well, I was going to say, actually, because the alcohol in any restaurant, you know you're going to be paying over the odds if you were buying it yourself. So that was my first thought when you said for the difference in price, that obviously it's going to be alcohol. So to get the alcohol plus a little bit more seems a good buy.
Absolutely. If you're going to do this tea and you don't do the premium one, I think you're doing the tea wrong, because it is well worth that extra $15. And I'm highly surprised it is only $15 difference between the two, because I think at $70 price point, less your annual pass discount, but add the tip, I think I would say it was reasonable value. Admittedly, I'd like something doing with the sandwiches. I don't think they were at the quality level for the bread. The toppings, beautiful. But the bread, just in my mind, the fact it wasn't a proper sandwich, the fact that it was a bit dry, just let me down a little.
Yeah, it's obviously that element of, we're in a posh restaurant, let's do something a bit different than just 2 slices of bread with something between type of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was beautifully presented, I will tell you that. And if you want to see the pictures, we're going to put them on our blog, disneydreamgirls.com, and you can have a look. We've got the full menu, the tea menu, all of the pictures of all the food, the decor. It is sensational. It is really good. But what if you've got a little one with you and you're not sure whether afternoon tea is for them? The kids menu is brilliant. $35, admittedly, you're not going to find many kids that are going to eat $35 worth of food. But they got the same scones, they got the same selection of desserts. The only difference is they got a chicken salad sandwich, a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and a ham and cheese. To be honest, I would have preferred those sandwiches.
Oh, you should have asked for a kids' tea party then, Michelle.
I know. Should have done.
But then you couldn't have had your sparkly wine, though, could you?
Exactly. But I felt that was brilliant. And the service, oh my word, it was absolutely brilliant. It wasn't rushed. He came over and he chatted with us. He was actually going over to Disneyland Paris in a few days, so we had a bit of chat about that. It wasn't intrusive. It wasn't stuffy. It was just brilliant. It was just what I wanted from that afternoon tea experience.
Because this is the one you've been umming and ahhing about for quite a while, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not something I will do every trip, I will be honest. No. But it is something I would probably do again. And it's the kind of thing you might want to do with the loved one or a group of girlfriends for a bit of a nice afternoon.
Little special occasion sort of treat.
Yeah. Another plus about it is that if I go again, unless it's Christmas, the menu will be different because they change it seasonally.
Oh, okay.
So he was telling me they're going to start doing a princess afternoon tea, and I'm sure he said the first one was going to be Cinderella based.
Ooh.
So maybe that includes a meet and greet, I don't know.
Of course, yes. Yeah, that'd be interesting then.
That would definitely ka-ching ka-ching.
Well, yeah, if it's a bit like Storybook over in Disney World, that type of vibey thing going on, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that is really, really good. Apart from the sandwiches, the only other thing I'm going to have a little moan about is that afternoon tea, traditionally for us Brits, is between 4 and 6.
Yeah,
We had our reservation for 12:30.
that's lunchtime.
Yeah. And I imagine we got in at that time because that's all there was left available. So it is a bit early, but they can't be having it between 4 and 6 because they do dinner service in the restaurant. So, I suppose that's where the compromise is.
Yeah, but that's maybe just us being British and being a little bit picky.
Yeah. Would I recommend people go and do it? Absolutely. Would the ladies who went with me, Lena and Nan, do it again? Absolutely.
Hit all around then.
I definitely think so. And I must admit, before I went, I thought, it is a lot of money. But we left very full. They offered to box up anything that we didn't eat.
Nice.
I was prepared. I brought my own Tupperware to put my leftovers in because I couldn't eat it all. There was just too much. So, they will happily box it for you to go and give you a nice Disneyland hotel bag, etc. So, yeah. If anyone is planning to go and do this, or if you have any insights with the next theming, please do let us know. As I say, maybe it might be something I arrange to do one or two friends when I go again in August, because I'm sure the theme will be different. So maybe ladies who are listening to the show now, if you are around in August and fancy a girly afternoon at Steakhouse 55, let's make it happen.
Oh, I can see a big Dream Girls meetup happening there, Michelle.
I think so, and I'm going to mention now, Susan Kelly, you do this tea all the time. I think me and you, let's get a few more people. Let's draft in Terry Harden. Oh my word, can you imagine?
You're going to take over the restaurant, aren't you?
Yeah. Absolutely. Beginning of August, guys, get in touch. We'll make it happen.
Cool.
So that was afternoon tea.
Very nice. Very sophisticated.
Very sophisticated, very enjoyable, lovely couple of hours. And then afterwards, I got to have a little meander around the Disneyland Hotel.
Which would be a nice thing to do anyway.
Well, it is because they've got great Wi-Fi, so I was able to do a Facebook Live.
Always a bonus.
So that's basically it for this week's show. We hope you've enjoyed our musings about Disney. If you would like to get in touch with us, it's info@disneydreamgirls.com, Twitter and Instagram @DisDreamGirls. We are also running a few little competitions on our Facebook page. If you want to be a member of our Disney Dream Girls podcast family, search, answer the questions, and then join in the fun, because over there at the moment they're trying to win a pop vinyl Mickey for nothing. All they've got to do is post throughout the month of January, and our members are getting the chance to win this. I'm so excited. It's an amazing vinyl. You can also follow along on our normal Facebook page, Disney Dream Girls. But until our next show, it's goodbye from me.
And it's bye from me.
This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.